and we're going over everything that has to do with energy, energy production, how to feel your best throughout the day. And some of these things may feel like a reminder, but hopefully it's just a reminder of, the basics are sometimes the most important things that we can brush over and forget every once in a while. So, how to optimize your energy levels. And I always like to remind people that having energy equals having motivation. So if you are suddenly not feeling motivated or it's a week of, or a day or a week of low motivation, assess all of these things I'm going to go over and see maybe where your energy levels are, might be getting depleted from. So I'm going to kind of go from morning, midday, and night. So starting off your day, first of all, so important and very underrated to get direct sunlight in your eyes first thing in the morning. So ideally, as soon as you wake up, go outside, get some sunlight. If you wake up before the sun, make sure that when the sun does start rising, that you go and watch it. Specifically, that low angle sunrise where, the sun is like low still and it's not in the middle of the day, even better. So when your retinas make contact with real sunlight, it starts your circadian rhythm like clock. So it starts to tell your body, okay, let's produce 10, 12 hours of energy, and then it'll start to naturally relax at the correct time for bed. So really important. You'll have sustained energy throughout the day. Also, this is a really big one. This one is honestly hard for me, and I know hard for some people, but you will notice a difference big time if you wait 90 minutes before having caffeine. So when you wake up, try not to immediately go for caffeine, especially don't have caffeine before water or food. Like please, for the love of God, make sure you have your breakfast and your water, and ideally make sure you're waiting at least 90 minutes before you or after you wake up, I guess, before you have caffeine. That's really going to balance out your energy levels throughout the day. When we wake up, our cortisol levels are at the highest, which is what wakes us up and gives us a big burst of energy to just at least get out of bed. And if we pair that with caffeine immediately, it's just going to cause a greater crash right around that like 1 or 2 p.m. mark. Um, Also, when you do have your breakfast, make sure to prioritize specifically protein and fats at your breakfast. This is why I always recommend eggs, egg whites, avocado, things like that could be great for breakfast. What that's going to do is prevent any blood sugar crashes. So again, kind of like that crash around noon, 1, 2 p.m. If your breakfast is all carbs, that's probably what's going to happen. So play around with that. I notice I feel such a big difference if my breakfast specifically is really prioritized around protein and fats. And then also starting off your day with some kind of movement. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. If you're not a morning workout girl, that's okay. Starting off with just stretching, literally maybe like a 5-minute yoga flow, walking, or you can get your workout done. Getting some blood flow right away is really good, right? A body in motion stays in motion, a body at rest stays at rest. So if you wake up and you just kind of stay very sedentary, stay very low energy, you can basically guarantee your body's going to stay low energy. I also recommend to anybody who has, chronically low energy levels, or maybe it's a season where you're not seeing the sun as much, maybe with the time change or with your work schedule or like a seasonal kind of thing, to either supplement, well, to do both of these things, supplement with vitamin D3 and K2. So ideally get a supplement that contains both D3 and K2. And then also B complex. So we really want to make sure that the B complex supplement has specifically vitamin B12. All right, and then getting into your midday habits, definitely prioritize water. I think a lot of times we forget that water is out like what makes up 70% of our bodies. So obviously, if we are dehydrated, you're going to also have low energy. And hydration not only comes from more water, but it specifically comes from electrolytes, meaning enough sodium, potassium, and magnesium. I really recommend getting the brand LMNT, and timing your electrolytes could be very beneficial too. So maybe if you notice you have that midday crash around noon, or if you're about to go into your workout at 6 p.m. and you have low energy, you can time to have your electrolytes then. And that will give you that natural burst of energy without, geeking out from excess caffeine. Also, just make sure that the content you're consuming, maybe the TV that you watch, the Instagrams that you follow, the books that you read, as well as the food that you eat, the people that you socialize with, make sure all of these things are giving you energy. Be really in tune with when do you feel exhausted maybe after doom scrolling or after watching, a stressful movie or whatever after hanging out with certain people, pay attention to what in your life gives you energy and what in your life takes away from your energy. Also, I really recommend just doing something you love every day. Maybe that's just 1 minute of, knitting if you like knitting, or, going outside and playing with your dog, or calling a friend, or whatever that looks like, whatever your passion is. Maybe if you have a side project that you would like to work on, spend at least a minute a day towards something you love that's going to naturally give you energy. If you're spending all day doing things that don't light up that passion in you, you can basically guarantee that you're not going to have the highest energy. And move your body. I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. You're tired from work, you had a long day sitting in the office, you were sitting in the chair all day, and you're just way too tired to get up and go for a walk. You're way too tired to go to the gym. A body in motion stays in motion, a body at rest stays at rest. You will get up, you'll move, and you will get energy. No one is like, I have so much energy, I'm just gonna go to the gym right now. That's not how it works. You get up, you just put your shoes on, you sit in the car, you go to the gym, you're in there for your first 5 minutes, and suddenly then the energy comes to you. This is the physical energy that you haven't given your body all day that still exists. It's still there. Okay, so we don't need to rely on getting energy to move your body. It happens the other way around. When you start moving your body, when you go on that walk, suddenly you feel better, you have more energy, you feel brighter, your brain starts working more clearer. Okay. Also, around 2 p.m. is the latest I would recommend having any kind of caffeine. Ideally, I would like to have a cutoff around noon. So between noon and 2 p.m. as a cutoff for caffeine. Caffeine stays in your body for 10 hours. So kind of do the math backwards. 2 p.m. you'll still have some caffeine going through your blood by midnight. So that's why I think around noon is a good time to cut it off. And then also prioritizing carbs throughout the day. So, like I said, around breakfast, I like to have a protein heavy, protein heavy and fat heavy breakfast. And then throughout the rest of the day, and especially around your workouts, carbohydrates are your body's main source of energy. Your body just gets a big spike of energy from carbs. So, and your brain, not only your body, but also your brain. So make sure you're prioritizing carbs, having enough carbs, whole food carbs, get them from bananas and fruits, rice, and then, yeah, specifically around your workouts. And then as far as bedtime routine, what can we basically do to optimize sleep? Because sleep is the biggest thing that's going to give us energy, right? And I think that's pretty obvious. And again, this is something I hear all the time, is like how terrible your sleep schedule was, or how you only got 6 to 7 hours of sleep, or whatever that is. And then we're confused why our energy is low. And then we're confused why our motivation is low. So again, motivation, energy, sleep, they're all going to go hand in hand. We cannot miss a step. So watching the sunset right before, or I guess watching the sunset. So again, that low angle sun, that is free red light therapy. If you've ever heard of red light therapy, it's a great way to get energy. There's a lot of benefits to it. That is exactly what the sun is giving to us when it's setting. And again, that's also going to naturally start to calm your nervous system and give your body the signal that the sun is setting and it's time to go to bed. Like, we are inherently connected to nature. So we get a lot of signals from things like that, from the sun setting. So I definitely recommend watching the sunset as often as possible. And then stick to a bedtime schedule. Try to get your body in bed at the same time every day. We are seriously such routine-based animals. So you'll notice that that's really going to help. And then obviously 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep is truly going to be the best. If you're waking up in the middle of the night peeing or tossing and turning, I really would recommend doing some of these things I'm going to start suggesting now. So taking magnesium glycinate before bed, big one. It's going to help you fall asleep. It's going to help manage stress. It's going to help you stay asleep. It's going to help give you energy the next day. Limiting screen time and any stressors before bed. So maybe instead of watching a crime documentary, or, talking shit with your girlfriends before bed, or, scrolling and whatever, having a lot of stimulation in your mind before bed, let's try to, prioritize calming down, winding down, listening to slower music, maybe reading like a calming book, doing a guided meditation, things like that. Also, I recommend cutting off food and water 2 hours before bed for optimal digestion, so that your body is not digesting food as you sleep. If your body is digesting food, you're not going to get the best sleep. You're going to wake up feeling groggy. You're going to wake up feeling bloated, all of that. And if you're drinking water right before bed, or any liquids, you're going to end up waking in the middle of the night to pee. Also, take a hot shower before bed. I don't know if you're a morning shower girl or a hot shower girl, but either way, or yeah, morning shower girl or a nighttime shower girl. But either way, try to get in the shower and take a hot shower just right before bed. What that's going to do, it's going to make when you get out, your body's going to naturally start cooling itself. And anytime your body is cooling itself or a cold environment is when we sleep the best. So definitely recommend guided meditations, maybe an eye mask or blackout curtains or earplugs or white noise. And then definitely make sure to set the thermostat to be pretty cold, like, I don't know, 65, 68, 69 degrees, something like that. And yeah, just a reminder that if we do all these things, that's how we're going to have the most success on our fitness journey, not only because sleep and stress and energy levels give us the best results, but it's also going to keep that motivation going so that we can be consistent. And as we know, consistency is key, baby. That rhymed. Ooh, all right. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything you guys want to touch on before we head out of here? There's only a couple of you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Um, I take magnesium every single night. I have been even before we like started working together, but I take the Neuromag.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think I should take the other magnesium?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on 1 second. Let
Okay.
me get it. Oh, I know, babe, but switching to your kind, my husband's like, it will give you diarrhea if you take magnesium.
Yeah, there's 7 different branches of magnesium. Magnesium oxide and citrate. Yes, that will make you shit your pants if you take a lot. Magnesium glycinate will help with stress and sleep.
Okay. Okay, that's what my husband takes. Okay, I'll start taking that. The glycinate. Okay, I was looking for. I mean, we have a lot of different magnesiums, but this is the one that I have been taking. I think I'll just finish this bottle out because it was pretty expensive, and then switch to that other one.
Yeah, yeah, and
Do you think it'll help me sleep better?
yes, if I were to take the magnesium L-threonate, I would take that one in the morning because that's good for cognition, memory, brain function.
Oh, okay. So like take this in the morning and then take the magnesium glycerin at night.
Yep, glycinate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then, on days if you ever feel backed up or whatever, then you want to take something like magnesium oxide or citrate. Yeah, they all do
So
different.
many different ones. Yeah. I mean, this one clearly, like on the bottle, says like it's like non-laxative. So, I mean, that's not what I'm looking for, but my husband's like, if you take too much.
Yeah, only of certain kinds. So yeah,
Okay,
yeah, for
perfect.
that.
Okay.
Cool. Michelle, Maddie, anything to add? Questions, comments, concerns? No?
Nope.
We got the thumbs up. All right, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for showing up. And I think we have yoga tomorrow. So hopefully I'll see you there. Have a good night.
All right. Awesome. Thanks. Bye.
Of course. Bye. See ya.